Hey, good morning. Welcome. What was this called again?
This is Tiny Town Tuesday.
Yeah, I remember those people told us, they invited us to be here.
Yes.
They gave us some information. But hi, I'm Joseph,
And I'm Mary.
and this little guy, that's baby Jesus.
It is. He's quiet. He's sleeping.
He's resting, so we'll try to keep it quiet. But you guys can't see him back that way. But the sheep and the cattle,
The donkey.
yeah, they're lowing.
They
right
are.
now. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I think they're kind of down for they're resting too. The baby
Yes.
was.
Well, it's been a busy couple of days.
Man, it is. I'm tired.
I'm very tired.
Are you tired? Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, we're a long way from home.
we are. Wow, that was a really long trip. I can't believe it took us so long.
Yeah. So if you don't know, we're in the town of Bethlehem, sort of, because we couldn't find a room
Yes.
in Bethlehem.
I can't believe it. All the rooms were taken.
And a lot of people moving. I mean, Rome. Caesar said they needed to count, so This is not where we're from. We're from the town of Nazareth, so we're here in Bethlehem because, well, that's where my family's from, and so we're here to be counted for a census.
Right. Yeah. If you don't know, Caesar Augustus demanded that there be a count of all people in the entire Roman world. And so we had to come back to Nazareth or Bethlehem because that is where Joseph is from.
Right. I mean, this isn't vacation season.
No.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago. You were much more with child.
Yes.
And so it wasn't a good time to take a long walk.
It was not.
And
No.
it's a long walk.
It's like 90 miles to get from Nazareth to Bethlehem.
Right. And, I hear one day there are going to be these things I think they're called cars.
Cars.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think it makes you be able to travel faster.
Oh, wow.
But we walk, and we don't even have great shoes for walking.
We sure don't.
We have sandals and stuff, and we don't get to load up, the car. We get to load up the donkey.
Oh, that poor donkey.
Yeah, and then we just walk, and it can be a little dangerous sometimes on the road. Walking.
It was. I mean, we saw some sketchy people on the way here too.
Yeah, it's where the robbers will sometimes hang out,
Yes.
and you've got to be really cautious when you're making a journey like this.
And it was kind of chilly.
Yeah.
So we had to stop and build a fire and get warm every once in a while.
Yeah, but the Lord provided. I mean, we were able to get from Nazareth to Bethlehem. It'll be a little bit more of an interesting trip back. Now we've got the baby, and we'll have to get back there at some point. But no big rush. We'll just make sure you recover, the baby's okay. And,
Yes.
So yeah, we're here to be counted because this is where my family is from. But it's so busy. Even my family didn't have a room, like a place where we could stay. So this was the best we could come up with. We're kind of like in a stable.
A stable. A stable is a place where animals live, like cows and donkeys and pigs.
Yeah, it smells interesting.
It does. Not really the place that you would think a baby would be born.
No, or where you would hang out if you went from town to town.
True. Not the ideal living quarters, but there was no hotel, no cottage, nothing.
All along the way, though. I mean, and like we said, you were
Yes, I was pregnant.
And so imagine building a fire and sleeping by the fire many nights, and that's the thing, many nights.
Right.
It's 90 miles is a long way to walk.
It is a super long way to walk, and gosh, what did this take us? Over a week to get here?
Oh yeah, I mean it's been way over a week, and I mean we couldn't go as fast because you're not feeling 100%.
I couldn't move very fast.
Yeah, we carried some things that we knew we would need on the journey to make it. I mean, it's not like we've got all kinds of money to buy all sorts of things.
Right.
I mean, the Lord provides for us, but that's not really what we're trying to do or able to do. So, we packed some bread and some oil and some herbs, and I think we had some dry fish at one point.
We
maybe
had some dry fish and we had some water.
But I mean, we think we maybe went 10 miles a day?
I would say maybe 10 miles a day. I mean, it was hard.
Yeah. I can't even imagine how difficult it was for you. But man, you toughed it out.
I did.
You
God gave me the strength and the ability to be able to get all the way here.
And I sure didn't think this would be the place where Jesus would be born. But then, I remember the scrolls that we've heard in synagogue throughout the years. And we are told in the prophets that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. And, well, that's exactly where the Messiah was born.
Never thought that he would be born in a stable of all places. I mean, you think the Son of God, there's got to be this super awesome special place that he's going to be born, but it happened in a stable.
I mean, when the angel visited me in my dreams and when Gabriel visited you, I didn't envision this.
No.
This would be the place where Jesus would be born. But, hey, we've got a place where we can build a fire.
That's
we
right.
can stay dry, and maybe it smells a little interesting, a little more animal-like than home.
A little bit, not just dog.
Yeah,
like animal.
Yeah. Lots of barn animal smell.
Barn animal.
Yeah,
but we didn't even have a crib. We didn't have a cradle to lay Jesus in, so we had to use a manger, which is basically like a feeding trough. It's a place where animals eat their food.
It worked.
Yeah, we put some straw and some hay in there, and I think he's staying warm and sleeping good, and
he seems okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's chill and
but again,
resting.
Not the place that you would think God's Son would be sleeping.
Right, and I think that's the thing is, we know God's the creator of everything. Heaven and earth and, all of, when we say heaven, not just like heaven, but like all the things we see in the sky, and I don't even know how big that is.
Right.
But God's got to be bigger than that.
Yes.
And yet this is where he chose that he would be born. Maybe not what we would have chosen as mom and dad, but that's what God chose.
That's right.
He chose to come kind of humble, and not with all this. I don't think they're having a parade in Bethlehem in the next couple of days for us.
No.
Or for him.
No.
I don't even know that they care that we're here.
I don't think so. But there are people that care.
Yes.
That,
Yes. We've had some visitors along the way. The shepherds, man, when the shepherds came. That really, man, I get overwhelmed just thinking about it.
It is overwhelming, and it's an amazing story. It's amazing how God brought all of this together.
Right. The lowest of the low.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
To come and celebrate our son, but his son.
Right.
As well.
That's right.
It's pretty awesome. And, I think that's the thing is that sometimes when people think about our story, they don't think about how hard our story was.
Probably not.
Like, Jesus is going to be born in Bethlehem, right? And it must have been great and awesome. But I mean, even in the barn or here in the stable, it's chilly.
It is.
I mean, the fire's helping, but this is an open air kind of thing. I mean, there's no way, no insulation, no windows, none of that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't have thought so much walking. And so much, all the things. And
I would imagine a lot of people probably think about our story and think we just rode in on donkeys or whatever, and that's not the case at all.
Or that it was really close, right?
No.
Oh, like you got up this morning and you walked to Bethlehem.
And you were there.
No, we didn't get up this morning and walk to Bethlehem. We got up days and even over a week ago and started our journey
Yes.
here. And
Walking.
I think a lot of times people think that you rode the donkey, but the reality, I don't know that was true.
No, because our donkey had to carry all of our supplies that we needed, our food and our water.
And we tried to pack light.
Yeah.
But
But it was a long
we
trip.
still needed some stuff
Right.
to get here, and it's a long journey to get here. And, I think, people think, man, we must have had, really great footwear and, the
My
best
sandals.
walking clothes. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to walk in one of these things. They're not even the most comfortable thing to wear.
They're really not. My robe keeps getting wrapped on my legs and stuck and
Right, and so imagine doing
constantly,
this
yes.
tugging and thing for days as you journey on, and
that's right.
These are not sidewalks. They're kind of dirt roads, and
yes.
Rome's doing some building and stuff, so there's some nice places along the way, but
Right.
it's not all the way there yet. There's a lot of construction still happening.
Right.
So.
And while our sandals were made very well, they're just not made for these long travels.
No, that was not what was in mind.
No,
I
not
don't
at all.
think. So I think, when we think about the story of Mary and Joseph, you and me, and we think about Jesus, we can really simplify that story.
We can.
And make it super, super easy, and almost make it sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of sweet there. But it was hard.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a place we didn't want to be.
True.
We're having a baby in a place that we wouldn't have maybe picked.
Right.
We're amongst some strangers. We don't live in Bethlehem.
Right.
Very likely we've got some family in town, but we're 90 miles away. It's not like we see each other. We don't make Thanksgiving and Christmas trips.
Right.
To
Right. So
hey,
we really have nobody here.
yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting dynamic to be here.
Yeah.
And yet we've seen the Lord provide.
Gosh, he's been so good.
He's told us many, many things that would happen, and we've seen them happen.
They did.
And we have a healthy baby.
Yes. An amazing, amazing baby.
And we know things that it won't be long. The world knows
Right.
about this baby.
Yes.
And it wasn't that long ago we were trying to figure all this out.
True.
And so we are excited about what God has done and the long-awaited Messiah.
Yes. He's here.
We've been waiting since our earliest ancestors, Adam and Eve, for the one who would come, the Christ, the one who would make all things new. And here he is.
That's a big deal.
It's really a big deal. And how in the world did we get picked for this?
Wow. It's just amazing to me that God chose us to be.
I remember
to this amazing baby.
I remember Gabriel said to you, well, you told me this, that you were favored.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you were perfect.
Right.
And we know I'm not perfect. And, I would be considered a righteous man, but not perfect. Man, I've sinned, and I've had to go to synagogue and make right for those sins. And it's crazy to think that the one who's really going to make right all things for you, for me, and for every person is here in the stable, in the manger.
He's here.
He is here. Wow. What an amazing way that God would just bring all things together.
And he always does.
Right?
Wow.
He always does. And he just always connects the dots. So even like I said, I would have never picked this place, but man, back in the prophets,
Yes,
God chose Bethlehem,
he did.
the place where he would bring his son into the earth.
A special place for a special baby.
Makes me think, why is Jesus special?
Jesus is special because Jesus is God's son.
That's a pretty awesome statement.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, God's son.
Oh.
Wow. Man, it just makes me think, how will people celebrate this throughout the years?
Oh, yes.
How will they remember this moment? Will they remember it for what it really was?
Mm-hmm.
This moment of humility for God.
Mm-hmm.
The one who doesn't need to be humble.
True.
The one who's right and perfect and has created all things would be born in a stable.
Mm.
But with the knowledge that we have that he would be perfect. And that he is one day going to die for you and me.
That's right.
And then he's going to conquer death. He's not going to stay dead. And man, I just hope as you guys remember our story, you remember the journey was hard.
Yeah.
It maybe wasn't what the best authors in the world, if we were writing a book and a story, this probably wouldn't be the way we would write the hero's entry.
Right.
But Jesus is a hero.
He is absolutely a hero.
And you know what I think makes him heroic? His humility.
Very true.
He's not looking for the look at me. He deserves all the glory.
He does, but he's not looking to be in the spotlight.
But he does all the things that say, I love you.
Yes.
I'll do whatever it takes to show you. And that's part what makes him so special.
Jesus is very special, and Jesus wants to be our friend forever.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
As we celebrate Christmas this year, I think we can just hang our old saying, kind of hang our hat on that.
Right.
Jesus wants to be my friend.
That's why he came. He wants to be our friend forever.
Reminds me, they mentioned to us this memory verse thing that they do, and words that Jesus would speak.
True.
So why don't we, I think, and there's some motions that
there
go.
are some motions. I hope I remember them.
Yeah.
I'm not used to doing things
yeah,
like that.
that's totally not cultural for us. But
not at all.
We'll do the best we can.
We will.
Okay, so we do this together?
Let's do
Is
this
that how
together.
this happens? Okay.
Yes.
God loved the world so much that he gave his only son. John 3:16. Boys and girls, we hope you have a great Tuesday.
Yes.
Lots of things going on. We'll have story time later today. We have lots of things to help remind you of who Jesus is and our story throughout the day here on our Children's Ministry Facebook page. And like I mentioned, story time tonight at 7 o'clock. Ms. Brandi, I think, is Ms. Brandi leading that tonight?
Yes, Miss Brandi is leading story time
Okay, Ms. Brandi tonight.
Yes.
And if you didn't catch it, last night, Kid Nection, our second episode of Kid Nection.
Pretty awesome.
That's in our timeline, or if you're subscribed on our YouTube page, you can check that out. I heard a story of a little boy who made his daddy watch it at least twice.
I mean, it was good.
That same dad got a text from one of his teenagers last night who said, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I actually really like the video. I know it's for kids, but I like it, and it's really good. So, teenager, preschooler, elementary age kid, we think you'll like it. And we can tell you now, the surprise field trip we went to the chocolate factory.
We did. It was the most awesome experience ever.
Yes. So check that out, Kid Connection episode 2. And a shameless plug, shout out to our creative arts team.
Yes.
Here at the Heights.
They are incredible.
Kyle Gibson and Chris Stevens, they make the magic happen.
They sure do.
We're just the people in front of the camera.
Right.
It's the people that behind the camera that make the magic happen. But I think you guys will really enjoy it. It was pretty awesome to learn how chocolate is made.
Yeah, you guys go check that out. You wouldn't even imagine, because I had never even seen a cocoa bean. I didn't know what it looked like, and now I do, and it's just awesome.
And the machines that they use?
Yep, never would have thought.
The Micron, that was the hit at my house.
Really?
I know we need to go, but the Micron machine, my 4-year-old was like, I want the chocolate in that machine. With
awesome.
all the little balls rolling around. He's like, I want that chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys got to check it out. And
Yes.
it's like 7 minutes.
It's not
so
long
it's
at
an
all.
easy watch.
Go out there, find it, like it, share it.
Absolutely. We think you guys will enjoy that. We think your friends will enjoy that. And that is for the boys and girls.
That's right.
But apparently youth as well.
Hey, that's great.
Awesome. Well, we did something we weren't even trying to do. Well, we hope you guys have a great Tuesday and a great week. And we'll be back with another devotion on Thursday with Ms. Melissa and Ms. Anna.
Take over Thursday.
But until then, you guys hang out here today, catch all the resources, story time, and all that good stuff with Ms. Brandi and her team. Until then, we love you guys, and you have a great day.
See ya.